Happy Sunday, everybody. We got a week of Tennessee Titans practices. And on today's video of Titans Today, we're going to be talking about what happened in OTAs and what I liked and what I disliked. And let's just get it started. What everybody was looking forward to when we first knew that OTAs were starting this week, the quarterbacks. Yes, Cam Ward and Will Levis also in a big, I guess you would call it quarterback battle right now because Brian Callahan just refuses to name a starting quarterback. But both of these guys actually looked really solid in their first reps with the team this season. And Jim Wyatt, he reports on the Titans for the team, works for the team, and he said this about Cam Ward. Ward came out slinging it, going 8 of 10 in his first 7-on-7 period. Ward's first completion was a strike across the middle to his tight end. And make note, I always love how rookie quarterbacks like tight ends. Gunnar Helm, and also connected with Van Jefferson on a couple of completions early. And I just have to say, that's usually what happens when you start to build chemistry with your teammates, specifically with your wide receivers and your tight ends. And Cam Ward has made this an obligation to get as close to his teammates physically possible, getting with them every single day, whether it's talking about football or just working with each other in general. They're trying to build the chemistry and trying to get together. I saw this tweet from Paul Kaharski, who also covers the Titans. Does his own type of thing. Shout out to him. He's a great reporter. And he tweeted out this: Xavier Restrepo is in the building with Cam Ward, Gunnar Helm, Alec Manor, and Chimeri Dike at 5 a.m. daily. Cam Ward is bringing these guys together at 5 a.m. every single day to get better, to get chemistry with your teammates. And that's what you want to see out of your rookie quarterback. He's taken this very, very, very seriously. Cam Ward's being a leader. He's come in and he's already trying to change the culture as a rookie. And I'm sure the coaches are seeing that when you're the first in the building, first out of the building. Cam Ward is the first guy to be there, and he's getting chemistry with all of these guys. Yeah, first strike over the middle to Gunnar Helm. I guarantee you it helps when you're in the building at 5 a.m. when you don't even have practice that day. It really impresses me to see Cam Ward just acting like a veteran when he just got drafted. What is it? It's now June 1st, back in April. Cam Ward did finish practice, though, 11 for 17. But it's your first real OTAs with all of the team. You had rookie minicamp, but now you're going up against who's going to be the starters. And it's voluntary minicamp. Not everybody was there, but majority of the team was there trying to get better, trying to just introduce themselves because the Titans, they have a new revamped team going into 2025. I'm excited for it. And if you guys are excited for it, if you're excited for Cam Ward, because I'm going to talk about Will Levis in just a second, but, I mean, come on, let's be honest here. Cam Ward's a starting quarterback. So if you're excited for Cam Ward, if you're excited for him, hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. Now, I mentioned Will Levis. And personally, Will Levis, he actually looked pretty solid. He looked actually pretty solid at OTAs. Now, I also think that helps when, honestly, he doesn't have anything to lose right now. I think he knows that your days of being the starting quarterback with the Tennessee Titans are over. And he's just going to go out there and play football. And Jim Wyatt said this about Will Levis. He had a mostly solid day, going a perfect 5 for 5 on 7-on-7 period, including a nice pass to Chimeri Dike. Levis went 1 for 1 in first team period, but 0 for 2 in the second of the two-team periods. And the one thing I've noticed is Levis is kind of just being very, very humble about knowing he's probably not going to be the starter anymore. He's not sulking. He's not to be like, oh, man. He's not being that down guy that you see that some people have been when they've lost a star job. He's just brought it in. The quarterback that's been the starter for Tennessee for the last 2 seasons, he's very, very composed and keeping himself together rather than just not being that type of guy. And Will Levis, he said this about the situation. I think anyone who's been in this can agree that it sucks. I'm trying to do everything I can not to let it affect me. I'm being the same dude every day in the building and being here for my guys. Now, Brian Callahan, the head coach, he's actually praised Levis. He's praised him. He said that he's looked really good. He said he's looked a lot better than he did last year, and his workouts are making it noticeable. But Cam Ward's a starting quarterback. Let's be honest here. May the best quarterback win. If Levis is better, sure. Do I think he's going to be better? No. No, I don't. Do I think there's going to be any other person that tries to come in and compete for the starting job for the Titans? No, it's going to be Cam Ward. And we saw in those practices that they were splitting first team reps, but here you have the quarterback stats. Ward 11 for 17, Levis 6 for 8 with an interception. So Cam Ward throwing more than enough reps, 17 passes compared to Levis's 8, and then Brandon Allen and Tim Boyle. And Tim Boyle, honestly, I don't think you're going to be here much longer, brother, but go out there and give it your best shot. So may the best quarterback win. I think that it's going to be Ward, but we'll have to wait and see until Brian Callahan puts on and finally says, this is your starting quarterback. The next takeaway on my list, and I say it later I'm going to say it later in this video, but OTAs are mainly about the offense. It's kind of a passing camp because you're in no pads. So we take a look at the wide receivers. And it was a bit of a shock to what I saw from who has stood out in the first week of OTAs. And it wasn't like a rookie. It wasn't Calvin Ridley. It was Van Jefferson. And Jim Wyatt said this on Jefferson. He looked smooth as well and caught several passes. I had Jefferson with 3 catches on Wednesday, which is more than any other receiver. He communicated with Ward just after 1 rep, making sure they were on the same page. When they signed Van Jefferson, I was very disappointed because I thought you just could have kept Nick Westbrook-Ikine because they're basically the same exact wide receiver. But if he's going to look good in practice, maybe he can get that jolt of energy that we saw when he won the Super Bowl with the Rams a couple years ago. He provides veteran leadership. You have a bunch of young wide receivers on this team. You're going to have Xavier Restrepo. You're going to have Alec Manor. You're going to have Dike, who's mainly going to be on the special teams, but he's still a rookie wide receiver, and you can learn from this. You also have Tyler Lockett as your veteran wide receiver. So you have 2 guys that are going to be on this team. Help teach the younger guys to get better and better, especially helping them communicate with Cam Ward, to be more specifically. I was kind of surprised, though. I didn't hear much from Calvin Ridley. I was looking all over Twitter, trying to find something, looking all over articles. Not much to hear from Calvin Ridley. But the one person that did make a lot of noise was your undrafted free agent, and that's Xavier Restrepo. And I've said it before. I'll say it a million times. I still can't believe he got undrafted just because he had a terrible 40 time. It doesn't mean much. It really doesn't. Go out there and prove yourself. We saw what he did at Miami, and now he's going back with his quarterback that he played with at the U. He's really making a name for himself. And any NFL Rookie Watch tweeted this. He said, Xavier Restrepo has been making a statement early on in Tennessee. His abilities out of the slot have reportedly put Titans coaches on notice, and his chemistry with Ward has been evident. One source close to the situation believes Restrepo will not only make the roster, but see serious playing time this season. Who said that? Me. If his practice performances continue, Restrepo has been reportedly one of the hardest working rookies since arriving in Tennessee, showing up before the coaching staff to build his chemistry with Cam Ward. Yeah, before the coaches got there, look who's also there, your quarterback. One NFL scout believes Restrepo will have a similar career path to guys like Danny Amendola and Khalil Shakir. The future is bright for Titans rookie wide receiver. And I knew that. I kept saying, draft him, draft him, draft him, draft him. What are you waiting on? It makes no type of sense why he just went undrafted. A bunch of guys, we saw the talent. Yeah, you don't have a great 40 time. So what? If you can catch the ball, if you can run routes, then go for it. and a lot of teams didn't believe it. Well, the Titans stole Xavier Restrepo, and now he's going to be thriving with the quarterback that has the most chemistry out of anybody, out of the rookies. And let's talk about it. Not Xavier Restrepo, but Treylon Burks was back on the field. And I'm going to quote the great Booger McFarland. Let me not call him great. I mute the TV when I see him. One Popeye's biscuit away from being a tight end. Treylon Burks, you look a little big there, brother. Look a little overweight. I really hope that you come back strong and you finally have that breakout season that we've been waiting for since got rid of A.J. Brown for you, but I'm not 100% sure it's going to happen. I hope it happens, but the good thing is Treylon Burks is back on the practice field. The next one, going on the defense now, and it's edge rushers. And it is just, we're going to talk about Draymond Jones, and he was very impressive at OTAs. You don't really get much stats because, like I've said, it's not really a defensive camp. It's kind of just to see your team get reps and get ready for just summer practices. So it's very hard to judge defenses and OTAs, especially with like defensive linemen and linebackers, because you can't tackle. You can't really do anything. With cornerbacks, you get to cover. This is more of an offensive-oriented practice. I saw a couple other teams, the coach described it as, yeah, we're in 3rd and 10 every play. We're not really doing much. We're just getting reps. 3rd and 10 every play, so you're passing most plays. But I saw this tweet from the Titans, and I was like, whoa. Femi Oladejo, you are a absolute tank, brother. Like, wow. That is a specimen. I'm trying to say anything without screaming pause right now, but Femi Oladejo is an absolute tank. And he's also making his name known at Titans OTAs. I kind of, when he was drafted, I called this a potential draft pick. He showed that he could really do something with this team if he learns the spot, because he's only played edge for a little bit. But if he can grow into a good edge rusher and learn the game, oh my God. This is what the defensive coordinator, Denard Wilson, said. He says he's a violent player. He gives everything he has. He loves it. He's passionate about it. I hope he just keeps growing and growing into the position. And the rewards will come because he's going to put the time in to get it right. 2 years from now, Femi Oladejo could be one of the best pass rushers in the NFL. That's no doubt about it. The size, the speed, just everything in general that he has is unbelievable, and you got to steal. Like, he's probably 5 years down the road going to be, he should have been a first-round talent, but you got him later rounds. So I'm going to ask you guys, if you want Femi Oladejo to start week 1, go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon, and like the video, because I think that there's a very, very, very good chance that he could start week 1. And the last takeaway, like I said, it's not much about OTAs, but kickers. Titans have a new kicker, and it's Mr. Joey Sly. He was with the Patriots last year. You got rid of Nick Folk, which I didn't think was a good decision. But Joey Sly actually had a solid day in practice, in public practices. We don't know what they did the rest of the week because they were closed to the public. But 6 for 7 in practice, made field goals of 33, 36, 40, 47, 49, and 52. He missed a 44-yarder, but that's not big of a deal. You can't be perfect. 6 for 7 is very, 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 very close to perfect. And I say this because you're probably like, Brett, why are you talking about kickers? Well, because kickers are very, very important in the NFL. Every good team has a good kicker. You look at the Chiefs. They got Butker. Yeah, we know all about Harrison Butker and what he does off the field, but he's still a good kicker. The Eagles, Jake Elliott, he can make a 60-yarder. We've seen him do it. All the best kickers in the league are on good teams. He's now not with the team anymore, but 10 years ago, 5 years ago, who was the best kicker in football? Justin Tucker, the Ravens. Good team. Always have a good kicker. So if Joey Sly can be good, if you get in those pressure situations where you need to make a 50-yarder, you can rely on your kicker and not have to go for it. That is big. That is big. Hopefully, the Titans will be in those situations in very close games. And I'm looking forward to it, and I'm hoping you guys are looking forward to it too. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/Titans Today. I'm your host, Brett Alper, and as always, tighten up.